All right. Good morning, everybody. This is quick video is going to walk everybody through the rookie draft, and basically what the rookie draft is, some tips on how to prepare for the rookie draft, and then how to actually execute the rookie draft. So our rookie draft is this Saturday at 9 a.m. It'll automatically start in all 8 leagues. We do rookie draft once a year. It's 5 rounds, and it's your opportunity to add new young talent to your roster. Um, as we've said before with Dynasty, um, waivers is difficult. So really the two ways to improve your team is through the draft and through the trade. So this is your opportunity. Um, the rookie draft is a lineal draft, which means it goes in a single order based on the reverse of last year's standing. So the team that finished in last place will get the first pick in each round. The team that finished in first place will get the last pick in each round. The only exceptions to that would be if picks have been traded, and then of course the picks would belong to whoever those picks were traded to. So 5 rounds. It's a lineal draft. Starts this Saturday at 9. And the other piece that's probably important to remember is rosters. So we have a roster limit of 25 players. So if you're at the roster limit, you can't make a draft pick. So you need to either before the draft go in and drop. If you've got 5 picks, go in and drop 5 players. Or what most people will do is they'll wait and drop players as they draft, because you never know if you're going to trade a pick or anything like that. So what most people will do is as you're on the clock and you're getting ready to pick, you'll go in and select a player you want to drop them, and then make your pick. But you want to put some thought into that before the draft, is who are the 5 players that are at the bottom of my totem pole that are the ones that I want to plan on moving on from. So that's the draft. Preparing for the draft. Some of you may be very versed and may watch college football and know college players. Some of you may have done some research and know who the top rookies are. Some of you may not. So some suggestions would be I like to rely on rookie rankings. There's a few sites that do them and do a good job with them. We've talked about these sites in other conversations, but a couple that I'll throw out there is one is Dynasty Nerds. DLF is a fantasy site that does good job, that does good content. The Football Guys and Fantasy Pros. Those are the 4 that I've used the most. Again, as I've said in the past in some of these videos, is I'd recommend you grab 1 or 2 of those, subscribe to them, and use that content to help you manage your fantasy football team. There's people out there that do this for a living. We do it as a hobby. So to rely on and bank on those people that do it as a living makes a lot of sense. All right, so next I want to jump into just how to execute the draft, both through the app and on the website. So I've got a couple screenshots here that I need to pull up. Let me share my screen. So first I'll start with the app. For those of you who aren't on the app is MFL Platinum. It's obviously an easy download. It's the same username and password as your MFL account. Once you go into the app, this is the home screen. This is what you would see. So to do the draft, you would just click on draft, and that will take you into the draft. From there, once we go into the draft, you're going to see this screenshot. So a couple things here. This tells you the timer, how much time you left. We run this draft without a timer. This is the current pick. This is how many until you pick, how many picks you have left. And then click here in order to select a player. I'll show you that screen in a minute. You can click here and you can view all past picks. And this is just a draft summary that I think shows how many players by position have been picked. So that's the main menu there. This is an easy or a useful one. You can click there and it'll show you all of your picks so far, who you have picked and what picks you have left to make. that's really what you would use there. And then the last screenshot is this one. Once you hit make a pick, you'll get taken to this screen. And this screen just lists players. It usually lists them based on ADP. ADP stands for average draft pick, and that's the average draft position that these players have been selected in all of MFL's drafts so far. Now, the thing to remember is there's a lot of different league structures that might dictate how a player might be viewed or how a player may be drafted. So that could affect ADP a little bit, but from there, you just select one of these players. That'll take you to the next screen where you can make a pick, and you can make the pick. So that's how you execute the draft through the app. Pretty simple. Now I'll go to the website. From the website, you want to hit draft, and it'll take you to this screen. And this screen just lists the draft. Here's all of the picks, the order of the picks. So the first 101 means first round, first pick. 102 means first round, second pick. Here's the teams that have each of those picks. When you're on, let me jump over to my division because I can manipulate that one. Let me become owner real quick. So go into the draft. Here's what the draft board looks like. So a couple things you can do here. If I hit pre-draft, this will allow you, so when you're in the draft, this is what the screen will look like. Over here are the players that are available to be picked. If whatever player I want to pick, I can just grab them. And well, it's not going to let me do it now because the draft hasn't started, but if I highlight them, hit add to list, it'll move the player over here, and I can save the pick. And or if I was on the clock, I'd move them over and I would just make the pick. If I want to pre-draft, I can select numerous players and I can slide them over. So let me see if it'll let me make a pre-draft pick. Seems like it would. Yeah, so I can grab these players and I can slide them over and put them in, and then I can take them and put them in the order that I want them to be picked. So if I'm 5 picks away and I'm going into a meeting and I don't want to hold the draft up, I can go in and take my next 5 favorite picks. I can throw them in this queue. I can put them in the order that my order of preference. And then when my time comes up, it'll take the top player that's left. So let's say I saved in this order and Harrison and Brooks were off the board. As soon as it's my turn, Neighbors is still left. Neighbors is going to be automatically going to be my pick. So that's how you can auto draft, or what they call pre-drafting. So if you're drafting, you just go into this screen, select your players, slide them over here and make a pick. If you're pre-drafting, slide them over, set your order, hit save, and they'll pick when it's your turn. That's really all I got for the draft. If you have any questions, if there's anything that you feel that I've left out of this video, just reach out to me. Otherwise, enjoy the draft. Thanks, guys.